Howdy, partners, and welcome to the Roy Rogers Riders Club. Trigger, say hello to the boys and girls, will you? That's it. Well, buckaroos, it's sure swell getting a chance to be here with you at our club meeting, and I can't think of a nicer way to start things off than with the Cowboys Prayer. Oh, Lord, I reckon I'm not much just by myself. I fail to do a lot of things I ought to do. But, Lord, when trails are steep and passes high, help me to ride it straight the whole way through. And in the falling dusk, I get the final call. I do not care how many flowers they send. Above all else, the happiest trail would be for you to say to me, "Let's ride, my friend." Amen. You know, boys and girls, the real purpose of the Riders Club is for all of us to get together and become better acquainted. Help each other. Especially help prevent any and all kinds of accidents. Do that for me, will you? You know, the best Roy Rogers riders are the ones who live up to the rules on the back of your membership card. Well, sir, right now, Trigger and I have got a few things to take care of in Hollywood, so we're going to turn this meeting over to the ranch foreman of our club, the manager of this theater. I'll be looking for you at our meeting next week, so be sure to be here. And until then, from Trigger and me, goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you. See you next week.
Sitting here with Cheryl Rogers Barnett.
Hi.
One of Roy and Dale's daughters. We're at Wild West Toys' 3rd annual Vintage Western Toy Show. And Cheryl and her husband Larry were very gracious to come here and be with us this year. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, our pleasure. We've had a ball.
No $4 a gallon gasoline this year.
No, that was really nice.
Good deal. All right. Well, how did you like the toy show? How was it?
Oh, it was great. I love seeing the old things. I mean, it's such fun. I've never really been a collector, but when Larry and I got married, he likes picking up some of the old stuff. So we had a good time. We became buyers as well as vendors. So.
Did you buy the Nellyville'jeep?
No. No, but we got a Macintosh and TJ poster, which was my dad's last movie.
I saw that. That was a nice poster.
That was shot right up the road here at 4-6's Ranch.
Did you give James his copy of the movie?
You know what? We ended up forgetting it. It's in the RV, but he'll get it Thursday.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you have written a couple of books.
Yes.
And you didn't bring them with you to hold it to the camera?
Oh, sorry about that.
But we can stop the camera and you can go get them.
Oh, Larry'd have to get them out of the trunk.
Okay.
No, I wrote an autobiography about growing up in the family, and it's called Cowboy Princess.
Uh-huh.
It covers a broad span of time since I'm the oldest and was there from the, not quite the beginning. I missed Dad's first 2 years. But other than that, I was there from 1940 on. And then, because of Cowboy Princess, I met a couple of guys in Nashville who have a bunch of cookbooks out. They wrote the Aunt Bee cookbook, and and they did the All-American Cowboy cookbook. So they asked me if I'd be a third partner in the sequel to the All-American Cowboy cookbook, and we wrote the All-American Cowboy Grill, and it's out, and we bugged the heck out of a couple of hundred of our close friends to give us a family recipe and a photo. And some of them were even gracious enough, they wrote little stories and stuff like that we included, and it's a lot of fun.
And you have plenty of these books. You're not going to run out anytime soon.
No, we have plenty of books.
And they're available on your website.
Yes, and with the cookbook, they can actually go to Barnes & Noble or Borders or whatever their favorite store is, and if they don't have it on the shelf, they will have it in their warehouse, and they can get that for them. It's also out on Amazon. Cowboy Princess, they might be able to get on Amazon, but I think Larry and I have most of those that aren't actually in circulation.
And your website is?
It's Cheryl-Rogers, R-O-G-E-R-S, and it's Cheryl with the C, .com.
Okay. All right. And so are you working on anything now? You're finished with the cookbook now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you working on anything new now?
Cookbook is actually out. Well, you know, like everybody else, I've got a couple of projects in the works. We're working on trying to get the cookbook done into a TV show.
Oh, okay.
Cookbooks,
yeah.
you know, cooking shows are all the thing, but this would be different because it'll have little snippets of the movies of the people that are with us, and then people like Devin Dawson and some of the wonderful singers that were with us. We'll catch up with them and see if we can get them to give us an interview to go along with their recipe and all. So it'll be different than the other cook shows. Hopefully we can do this.
So you were on 2 of your dad's movies.
I made one movie called Trail of Robin Hood when I was 10. I even had a speaking line I got to ask Jack Holt, who was a big...
Wasn't he the bad guy?
No. Now, he played bad guys, but in that one, he is the one who everybody, all of the heroes, come to his aid because he is raising Christmas trees for orphans.
Oh, okay. So he's not a bad guy this time.
Not in that one, no. But I was just in awe of him. I was 10 years old, and Dad had brought some of his movies home. I mean, he'd been a big star even in Silence and the early talkies. And then, of course, he was Tim Holt's father and Jennifer Holt's father. So I was very impressed. But he was very sweet to me.
And so you only did the one movie?
I did the one movie, and then I did one of the half hours.
It was the TV show?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an episode called The Outlaws of Paradise Valley. And I'm in the, what do they call it? Mineral City Cafe, which Dale owned. And Pat Brady is supposed to be teaching me how to do pancakes. So the director got a really brilliant idea, and he thought it would be really funny if when Pat put batter on this open flame griddle, that it would smoke. So they tried all kinds of stuff, and the prop man could not get it to smoke. So finally somebody got the really bright idea that they would put kerosene in it. Now, as I say, it's an open flame, so they went and Pat pours the batter on, and it goes whoosh, and it took eyelashes
Everybody's
and eyebrows.
Golly.
So, I mean, the director, who is a dear friend and still alive, Les Martinson, I told him, I said, you were just trying to get rid of me really early on.
Wow.
Yeah, it was exciting.
I would imagine.
Very exciting shoot.
So did things like that happen often?
I don't think so. I mean, Dad had a really safe set at all, but, you know, I mean, just dumb things like that. Yeah, they can happen when people just, you know, you're not really thinking, you're looking for an effect.
Wow.
So, yeah. It was effective. I mean, it
more than smoked.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something. But now you're on your way up to the Gene Autry Festival up in Gene Autry, Oklahoma.
Yeah, this will be the second time that we've gone up for the benefit of the small Gene Autry Museum that's up there in Gene Autry, Oklahoma.
It's a nice museum.
Oh, it is. It's a lovely museum. The people are so nice. But, you know, all of the Western people, I think, are so nice.
That's been my experience. All the dealers and stuff here at the toy show are always the nicest folks, and then the people who come in are just so appreciative. It's like, you know, it turns grown-ups into little kids to come to these festivals.
Sure it does.
So,
yeah, they all remember their heroes from when they were little kids, and some of them bring their grandkids with them because we're at that point now. And it's really fun. I mean, I love doing it. I love meeting the people. We were in Lubbock last weekend for the Cowboy Symposium there. Had a great crowd, a really super turnout. It was really nice to do that. I'd done that before my mom died. I'd done it probably about 13 years ago. It was really nice then, but my word, it must have been 3 times the size that it had been then.
Really growing. They're really getting a lot of attention. Some are very established now. You know, it doesn't seem like that they've been going on that long, most of them, maybe 15 years or for a lot of them, and they're just tons of people show up.
Well,
Autry, Oklahoma turns into this metropolis
I
whenever the
know,
festival goes
and
on.
it's a little tiny wide spot on the road.
You think you're going the wrong way. You think
Yeah.
you go back and you're going past little trailer houses and stuff. You think, how can anything be back here? And then there's thousands of people there.
Yeah,
So.
it's really great. Well, and 2 weeks after that, we'll be in Lone Pine, California for their 20th film festival.
Wow.
That is great fun. I mean, they shot all the early Hoppies, all the early Lone Rangers, the early John Wayne stuff. My dad's first movie and 4 others of his were done up there. But it also, not only does it have a wonderful ambiance as far as Western movies go, but they shot Gunga Din and Charge of the Light Brigade and Bengal Lancers.
Wow.
And then Star Trek movies were done up there. So you can
really?
go, you can go from gorgeous pine trees with the Western stuff, and then you can go to India, and then you can be on the moon. All in one area within an hour's drive. So it's a great area.
It's no wonder that so many things were shot up there.
Sure.
That's amazing location.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard about Lone Pine for years, and
Oh,
we just can't get away and go. It's just
I
hard
know.
to get
Well,
out there.
you'd love it though because you're a movie buff. And I think what makes that one a little different than most is that they have these bus tours. I think they're up to like 9 different tours that you can choose from. And they've got you on the bus. They have a docent on each bus so that they're explaining to you where you're going and all. And you're looking at a little TV monitor with the picture from, that was shot up there. And then they're showing this scene, and then the bus stops and you get off and you're right there where it was done. So that it makes it a little unique, and that's great fun. And now they've got a really nice little museum that opened a couple of years back.
I've heard about it.
So
I'd love to go out and see that stuff, but
I
it's
love
going to
museums.
It's going to be a little while before I can do some of this stuff, but that's why we have you here, so we can see you.
Delighted to be here.
Thank you very, very much.
My pleasure. Anytime.
And
you guys I consider you really good friends and love to do it. So we had a great time.
We consider you and Larry very good friends too. Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you for doing this little interview with us, and we're gonna post it on some websites and
great.
hope you sell a bunch of books from it.
Okay, Bob.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.